Hola muchachos, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Hoy es jueves, el 3 de septiembre o viernes, el 4 de septiembre. Happy Thursday or Friday to you guys. Just wanted to go over with you the agenda for today. And before we do, a quick reminder that we're using a new Zoom link for our classroom and also for my student tutorial. So please keep that in mind. New Zoom link, new meeting ID from here on out starting today, the 3rd and 4th of September. All right, so after we start off with attendance, we're going to review those classroom commands that we started last class. And that's on page 4 of your textbook. You can click there in the module. In the Para Empezar module, you'll see here we have just a quick review of what those classroom commands are. We'll talk about those together so that way you know when I give you instructions, what instructions I'm giving you in Spanish, as I'll be using those a lot this year. Next up on the agenda is numbers, los números en español, and that's on textbook page 7. So if we go to textbook page 7, most of you, I'm sure, by virtue of living in the Bay Area, perhaps growing up in the Bay Area, are familiar with these numbers, and you probably can count to 10, no problem. If you can count to 10 in Espanol, then you will have no problem counting to 100, which is what we're going to go over today. So we're going to review how to count in Espanol, introduce it if it's new to you, practice the pronunciation, and then your homework for next class are exercises 8, 9, and 10. And that's assigned to you via the e-textbook, so hopefully you can access that okay. If you cannot access it okay for whatever reason, you're having a hard time uploading your responses, then alternatively you can email me, maybe just write out your answers, or you can type them up in a Google Doc or a Word doc and then email me your responses. And then even in the email subject, guys, just make sure you're putting the exercises 8, 9, and 10, the page number, which is page 7, and then your first and last name in the subject of your email. When you send it to me, if you can't do it through the e-textbook, if you can't complete this assignment in the e-textbook, exercises, page number, and first and last name. That way I know who the email's from. But these are quite easy, guys. You'll see that all you need to do is fill in the missing number there. It's kind of similar to elementary school, right? When we were doing addition and subtraction. So 8's pretty straightforward, right? 9, you're doing the same thing, but it's more of a sequence. So multiple numbers and not just one. Fill in the missing numbers in that sequence. And then for exercise 10, you're indicating in Spanish the numbers for each of these prompts. The phone number is used to dial for information. That's 411 if you didn't know. An emergency we all know is 911. What is that in Spanish? 411 911. The barcode on the very back of your textbook, you can see there at the very bottom, read that off in Espanol. Your house or apartment number, etc. Read those numbers in Spanish. So that is the agenda for today, guys. I look forward to seeing you in our Zoom classroom. If not, this is where to check, and I hope to see you soon.